Cash flow doesn't have to be chaotic, right? When we learn to manage our money with purpose, everything changes. And we can finally pay ourselves consistently, plan ahead with confidence, and stop that late night worry about what's left in the bank. Money stress doesn't just live in our business if we're honest, right? If we really think about it, it follows us home. It impacts our sleep. It impacts our energy. It impacts our health. And it even sh- changes the way that we show up for our family, right? If we really think about it, if we're really honest about it. So today, I'm going to help you take back control of your cash flow in your business and create real financial peace in your business. So let's go. Welcome back to Your Business on Purpose podcast, the podcast where we talk about building a business that serves your life, not the other way around. I'm your host, Dawnette Palmore. I am a fractional CFO, a money coach, and an insurance strategist. And today we're going deep, deep into what's really behind your cash flow chaos and how you can fix it for good. I am so excited to be here with you. And I just want to say, before we get started on this amazing topic that I'm very excited about, if you have not already, please like and subscribe to this podcast. Leave a comment if you can leave a comment. This will help the algorithm so that we can reach more women faster, because that is my goal, to reach 1 million business owners that are women with this podcast to help them live a financially free life, financial independent life, and have a business that truly works for them and not them for the business. So like, subscribe, and comment. Share if you know another fellow business owner, and I would so much appreciate it. All right, diving into our topic. Let's really be honest here. We're having real honest conversations on this podcast. Cash flow is one of those things nobody wants to talk about, but every business owner feels it. Oh my gosh, the tension in your chest when a bill comes in before a client pays. Oh my gosh, I remember those days. Think about it. So much stress, so much tension building up because we know this bill needs to be paid, but we haven't gotten payment from a client or a customer, whatever that is. And we're scrambling to move this money around, right? And we're like, how are we making this money, all this money, and we're still not making it? We're still not making ends meet. I feel like we're struggling all the time. And it's not just you. It's over half of small business owners in America. And more than 80% of business failures are caused by poor cash flow management. And most cash flow problems don't come from lack of income. They come from lack of awareness. And we've talked about this on many podcasts. It's lack of awareness of where our money's coming from and where it's going. That's really what it is. So here are three reasons. One is we have irregular income with fixed expenses, right? Anybody feel me? You don't know what I mean, we can predict what we're bringing in, but you have irregular. It's not the same every month. So you could have record-breaking months, right? And then there's months that barely cover the cost or even don't cover the cost. But guess what? That doesn't go over to our bill collectors. Our expenses are still the same, right? Those never fluctuate the way that our income seems to do. Then we have no real money system, right? So most people rely on what's in the bank today to make tomorrow's decisions, but that's not a strategy. And it's not even really survival, because what happens when we do that? We look at the bank account and think, oh, okay, well, we can pay this bill. We pay the bill, and then something else comes through that we totally forgot about. So it can really mess things up. And then there's no safety net. So without reserves and protection, one slow month, one sick day, or one unpaid invoice can bring everything to a screeching halt. Sound familiar? Right. So when I walk into a business as a fractional CFO, I don't just see numbers, okay? Because this isn't just about numbers. It runs so much deeper. And I see the emotional weight of uncertainty. The the emotional weight of how am I going to make all this work? The emotional weight of one day this is all going to come crashing down on me and then I don't know what I'm going to do. When cash flow is unstable, so is our peace, right? So is our peace. If we don't if we have this cash flow and we're worried about stuff all the time, how in the world are we going to have peace? We're not. So cash flow chaos cost us way more than just dollars, way more than money, right? It is costing us clarity. It's costing us confidence and it's costing us control. It's costing us our peace. It's costing us relationships. It's costing us so much more than what we see on the surface. Because again, this isn't just about money. It runs so much deeper. It makes us second guess our decisions. We hesitate to invest. We avoid financial reports because who the heck wants to look at a financial report? Because it's just going to cause us more anxiety, right? And not give us the answers that we're looking for. It'll also show up in our leadership as the owner, as the boss, as the manager, and it shifts our energy, right? It shifts our tone. Our tones tighten when we're stressed, and our team is going to feel that pressure, even if we try to hide that. And I even say this, when we're on our personal side with our kids, when we're having money issues, they know we are. It doesn't matter how well we think we're hiding it. They can feel it because we carry this heaviness that we can't get away from. And deep down, it really, really chips away at our confidence, right? Because we're thinking, can we really do this? Am I called to be a business owner? How can we always feel successful? Or how can we feel successful at all if we always feel like we're behind? But here's the shift I want to help you make today. Cash flow chaos isn't character flaw. It's just a system flaw. That's all it is. It's not that you're bad with money. It's that no one ever taught you how to manage it with intention. I mean, I was there. You guys have heard my story many times. Nobody taught me a thing about money. Well, I learned we couldn't afford anything. And I learned that we just, get a job, pay bills, and die. That's all I really learned until I taught myself. And that's what we're changing. That's what I'm changing. That's what this whole mission is about. That's what my passion is about. That's what this podcast is about. My businesses are about. That's what everything is about. Changing the way that people interact with money, the way that women interact with money, giving them that financial knowledge that wasn't given to us. So let's talk about how to stop the chaos and build consistency, because that sounds like my kind of conversation, right? So there's a couple of simple steps, powerful steps. Simple, sometimes things that are simple aren't always easy, but these are necessary steps to start building, going from chaos and building that clarity and that consistency. So we can't manage what we can't see, right? So we have to track what is coming in, what is going out, what's left every single week. And we have to do this until we build this up. And then you can do it like every other week, once a month, but never less than once a month. Got to always be in there with your money. So your cash flow is really your lifeline, right? It's going to give us this clear snapshot of our business financial health. It's not going to lie unless we put incorrect numbers there, but I don't think you're going to do that. There's no guessing, no hoping. It's going to give us raw data. And that's what we need. We need the raw data so that we can make decisions with confidence, so that we can make decisions that are going to move our business forward. So we can make decisions that are going to get us out of debt, so that we can make decisions that are going to tell us if we can hire or not, if we can invest, all these things that come with being a business owner. And then you want to forecast 90 days ahead so that you can stop reacting and start predicting. Now, we can't always do this to a T, and I totally understand that, but we can at least forecast. We can at least look. We can at least take a guess of what it's going to look like, right? And we're going to look at the next 3 months. What are our expected sales, upcoming expenses, taxes, goals? This is going to give us control over what's next instead of um, this anxiety about what are we going to do now? Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? This bill came in. Oh no, I owe taxes. Oh no. At least we know what's coming in, right? We know what's coming up, what bills are going to have to be paid. It's going to give us some clarity until we can get this really smoothed out. It's going to take a little bit of time, but this is how to get quick starts, okay? And then separate your money. So we've talked about this many times too. Money gets very messy when everything lives in one account. So I want you to separate your accounts if you're not already doing it. And you can even separate your business accounts. And this can really bring even more clarity and help protect different things, right? So we can have an account for operating expenses, taxes, reserves, or we call that Hills and Valleys Fund, and then your pay. And this one step alone can bring immediate peace and clarity, right? Because we'll know exactly what's in each one. We have our operating expenses. All the expenses of the business are going to come out of this. We have put away for taxes. So when tax time comes, we're going to have the money to pay the bill. We're going to start putting in for reserves or Hills and Valley Fund because we know that not every month is going to look the same. And some months we may fall short. And then we're going to have one where I'm going to be paying myself. I'm going to be paying myself as a business owner. Simple, right? Simple. We also want to protect the flow. So, we do all this planning, we do strategy, we get our money in order, we pay off debt, we do all these things, but we forget to protect. We have to protect so many things. Oh my gosh, so many things. So, what happens if you can't work? If you're the engine of your business and you need insurance coverage that keeps cash flowing, where is the cash going to flow if you can't work? Right? Maybe something like disability income, key person insurance, or overhead protection. There's so many ways that we can protect our cash flow and our business and our employees and ourselves. We got to dig into that. We got to look and we got to protect. We got to protect what we've created, what we've worked so hard for. Protection isn't fear-based at all. It's actually freedom-based. The fear comes when we don't have insurance and something happens. That's fear. But the freedom comes when we've insured ourselves, we've protected, we've done all these things, we've got our money in order. We got injured. Something happens because things happen, but we're protected. We're not going to have to worry about it. It means our business and our family are covered no matter what. This is so important. So when we do these 4 things, we don't just manage our money, we master it. And that mastery brings freedom. And with freedom comes peace, clarity, confidence. All these things come with it. And it's an absolute beautiful thing. Absolutely beautiful. So if you're listening and you're thinking, oof, I need to do, maybe you've done step 1, maybe you've done 1 and 2, but you haven't done 3 or 4, or you haven't done any of them. Whatever part of this speaks to you, and you're saying that's me in some way, form, or another, here's where to start. Number 1, face your numbers. Don't avoid them. Avoiding never solves problems. Our numbers are actually going to tell the story because we have to know the story. We have to know what the data is. We have to know what the facts are. So then we can plan ahead. We can do a very simple 90-day forecast, and that can change a lot. It can help us figure out, okay, in 2 months, I need to make sure that I have the money for this. And it's going to help us make decisions, whether it's a price increase or more marketing, whatever it is, it's going to help us make those decisions. And then protect what matters, right? You, your family, your income, and of course, your peace. And I also want you to remember, cash flow isn't about perfection. It's more about consistency. And it's that consistency that brings calm, it brings control, and it brings growth, right? So if this episode spoke to you, it's time for you to take your next step towards clarity. And I want you to download my free book. It's Finances for Business. The link will be in the show notes. Go download it, grab it. It dives a little bit deeper into what we talked about today. And if you need further help, you can go to my website, www.yourmoneyonpurpose.com. Go to book a time with me. Let's chat. Let's find out where you're at. How can I help you? And we'll see if we're a good fit for each other. But let's talk about it. First, I want you to download my book. Make sure you go get that. It's a free ebook. Again, the link is in the show notes. So you do not have to live in financial chaos, okay? With the right system and protection, your business can move from stress to strength. And we all want that, right? Because when your money, your mindset, and the middle align, that's when your business truly runs on purpose.